Hello, dear students. We shall start our second video on an explanation of the poem Because I Could Not Stop for That by Emily Dickinson. So in our previous video, we have done up to fourth stanza. So in this video, we'll be continuing from the fifth stanza. Okay, so let's go. The fifth stanza starts from line number 17. We paused before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the cornice in the ground. So in this stanza, the speaker and the death, they seem to pause, they seem to stop in a place that seemed like a tomb. So here the speaker, the speaker doesn't even want to refer to tomb or grave as, a tomb or a grave. She refers to that place as a house. So by avoiding calling this swelling of the ground as a grave or a tomb, the speaker wants to make an impression that swelling of the ground, that tomb, is like a home, because more or less when people are dead, we go home to that grave, that tomb, and it becomes a home, a house for all of us. So graves are the houses of the dead. So somehow by referring to that place as a house, it even makes more the idea of that more friendly. So she continues by saying that the roof was scarcely visible. So the roof of that house, that means, the tomb, the grave, is scarcely visible, and the cornice means the roof, the rooftop is in the ground. By saying that the roof of the structure, the roof of this house is scarcely visible, so that is the roof is practically buried underground. So it also hints that the house that she's talking about is, a grave. So they have reached the final stage of their journey. In pakhat ni oma lang hi house ni om tak lei lo vung chho mo kami huna chuan chumi huna chuan kan top ta a ti chuan a chung ber a roof po chu mu lei thei lowa scarcely visible chuan a cornice omzia chu a chung ber kami kha in the ground lei hnoya a in phum ani atita ni omzia chu lei vung umzia chu thlan a soi tumna ber ni mai chu chumi huna chuan kan thlenga titani. So kami thlan pokha thlan khur polo ni se kami atum pokha lo ni se kami tak kha kami thlan kha thlan ang pona refer lo ni. She refers to it as a swelling of the ground, a house. Chuwang chuan by referring to that place as a house, she tries to paint it as something that is homely, something that is friendly, something that doesn't feel alien to humans. Mishing tana nge nuam omlo emo ngai na tumlo mun anga khan siam loin in ang mai khan thlan khur kha thlan kha achwa ta ani chu tak chu. So by doing that, she's also trying to paint for us that can feel like going home. Thina kha lau mga kan ngai char kha in ho ang mai a thlan te wa chhuat ta ka chuan thina hemi human life zo ke journey in thi nuwa khan ina kan ho zo thina kan thlan te hi thi to te tan chuan homang mai ani ti ang zong khan min chwa sak te ta ni om. Then the next stanza, since then it is centuries and yet feels shorter than the day. I first surmised the horse's heads were towards eternity. So up to fifth stanza, she keeps writing the poem in a past tense. Okay, now in the fifth stanza she has come to present tense. Present tense in a ziak le the data ni omzia chu. So for present tense omzia chu thlan kami thina to nu khan kami ama azia zong zong ka from first to the fifth stanza khang zong zo ka hun kal to ang khana soita tuna chuan lo ti ta ne since that means since that journey she had with death it is centuries means kum za chuang centuries a local liam to ta ne. So and yet ma se to ti chung po chuan feels shorter than the day. So all those years feels shorter than the day. It feels like it just happened yesterday. And I first surmise a horse head were towards eternity. Do not chuan kami horse carriage ka local ta tero khata lo phur tu ti mang kami carriage lo khaltu lo phur tu sakor kha kami alu te kha were towards eternity chatuan nunna thi top to lo nama kami khan asoi khat khanglama khana kalaniti ka shachwa ka atitani. So by saying that despite the sheer amount of time that has passed kami alo thlen ma hun kal to zong zong kami hun zong zong kha kal liam to atam te reng nen a rei to te reng nen. The speaker feels that it feels like yesterday nimin lo ka thil thleng ang mai khan ashatane nikhat ipon rei lo. That means the why in which we feel time is also different now. Eternity to na kan han om che chuan thi na nu a thi nu atang hun han thlir let ka chuan mishing te na hun kan experience dan te le kami after that kan hun experience dan te po halloween ang to lo le ani. So there is a skewed sense of time, and this is specifically related to the way that the speaker herself now perceives time. And she now seems to exist in some sort of eternity. She is now living in eternity. That is the ultimate destination of the carriage. They have reached the final destination. That is that is beyond that. That is to live in eternity. And so once they have passed that human world, time has changed for them. It no longer functions in the same way as the way the living human beings experience. So with that, by portraying that in the most gentlemanly way, in the most friendly way, Emily Dickinson has made an unconventional approach towards that. And what has been feared and what has been always tried to be avoided by human beings, he has somehow changed that perspective for all of us. And here in this poem, that is not portrayed as something that is called something that should be feared. In fact, she has tried to make us understand and make us look at that in a different light. She wants us to look at that and feel home. She wants us to look at that and feel to welcome him in a way that it's something that will take us to some place better, some place that feels like home. Ole imi poem chang hian that kha nidang poem dang emo mundang emo machine ina kan ngai dan shim kha alo cho chuak top ta ni thi ni hi hlau tur emo tree tur emo ani lawa kan tan chuan mundang in le lama mo in dang zo ka min shoi tu ang mai khan a chua sak ta ni chu tak chu hemi poem hi angai nom na le tingen yang asial ve na poem dang zong zong aya adang lam ve na ni ta ni. So this journey is made so beautiful, quiet and peaceful, and that is represented as something that is not frightening. So the journey with that is personified, that here is personified as a gentleman who is taking the speaker towards the grave. And there is no poem where that could be more civil than here. So this is one of the most beautiful way of experiencing and looking at that, and the most beautiful way of moving towards eternity. So that is what the poem, Because I Could Not Stop for That by Emily Dickinson.